Welcome to Charles Travels, the podcast where we explore the hidden gems and untold stories of our world. I'm your host, Charles, and I'm delighted to have you join me on this journey today. As we embark on a new adventure, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of everyday life, the dignity of ordinary work, and the importance of tradition. Today, we're going to take a culinary trip to Melbourne, Australia, where we'll discover one of the city's best-kept secrets, an all-you-can-eat Sri Lankan buffet at Maalu Maalu. Located in the inner north eatery of Brunswick, this gem is waiting to be uncovered. Imagine walking into a cozy restaurant, filled with the aromas of gently spiced lentils, saffron rice, and curried beans. The sounds of live music fill the air, and the atmosphere is lively yet cruisy. As we delve into the world of Maalu Maalu, we meet the kind souls who run this establishment, passionate about sharing their love for Sri Lankan cuisine with the community. They offer a recommendation. Don't go too hard on your first lap, they say with a smile, knowing that the temptation to try everything can be overwhelming. The buffet is a treasure trove of flavors, with colorful curries, sambals, salads, and more. And for just $15 during happy hour, it's an unbeatable deal. As we explore this culinary haven, we're reminded of the importance of taking the back roads, of slowing down to appreciate the local customs and traditions that make a place truly special. Maalu Maalu is more than just a restaurant. It's a celebration of Sri Lankan culture, a testament to the power of food to bring people together. So, if you ever find yourself in Melbourne, be sure to stop by Maalu Maalu and experience the warm hospitality and delicious cuisine for yourself. And as we conclude this segment, remember that the beauty of travel lies not just in the destinations we visit, but in the people we meet and the stories we uncover along the way. We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. I'm your host, Charles. As we continue our journey across America, we find ourselves at a crossroads where the paths of policy and people intersect. Today we're going to explore a story that highlights the complexities of immigration enforcement and its impact on communities across the country. In a recent ruling, a federal judge in Rhode Island blocked the Trump administration's plan to tie states' transportation funds to their cooperation with immigration enforcement. This decision has far-reaching implications for 20 Democratic-led states that were at risk of losing billions of dollars in funding for critical infrastructure projects. As we delve into this story, let's take a moment to appreciate the context. The Trump administration has been seeking to crack down on so-called sanctuary jurisdictions, which have laws and policies that limit or prevent local law enforcement from assisting federal officers with civil immigration arrests. But the states argue that this policy is an overreach of executive power, and that it's unconstitutional to hold federal funds hostage in order to coerce them into complying with the administration's hardline immigration agenda. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but Charles, isn't it reasonable to expect states to cooperate with federal law enforcement? And that's a fair question. However, as we travel through America, we see that the issue is not so black and white. Many of these sanctuary jurisdictions are home to vibrant immigrant communities, where people have built lives, started businesses, and contributed to the local economy. In fact, I recall visiting a small town in Illinois, where I met a family who had fled their home country due to violence and persecution. They were granted asylum and began to rebuild their lives in America. The father started a small business, which quickly became a staple of the community. But under the Trump administration's policy, this family's future would be uncertain, as the state's refusal to cooperate with immigration enforcement could put their livelihoods at risk. As we consider the implications of this ruling, let's remember that immigration is not just a policy issue, but a human one. It's about people's lives, their families, and their communities. And it's about the kind of country we want to be. One that welcomes the stranger, or one that builds walls to keep them out. The judge's decision is a temporary reprieve for these states, but the debate is far from over. As we continue to navigate the complexities of immigration enforcement, let's keep in mind the faces and stories behind the policies. Let's recognize the dignity of ordinary work, the beauty of everyday life, and the importance of tradition, not just in our own communities, but in those of our neighbors as well. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we conclude our journey today, I want to take you to a part of the world that, despite its challenges, reminds us of the importance of community, vigilance, and the unpredictable nature of life. We're heading to northern France, where a tragic event has unfolded, leaving a town in mourning and health authorities scrambling for answers. In the quaint town of Saint-Quentin, south of Lille, an outbreak of severe food poisoning has affected several children, resulting in the heartbreaking loss of a 12-year-old girl. This young life was cut short by a rare condition known as hemolytic uremic syndrome, which is often linked to acute kidney failure and commonly caused by E. coli bacteria. As I sit here, reflecting on this story, I'm reminded of the beauty and fragility of life. The children affected, ranging in age from 1 to 12, were rushed to hospital with severe digestive symptoms, including bloody diarrhea, a stark reminder of how quickly health can deteriorate. The regional health authority in Hauts-de-France has been working tirelessly to identify the source of the outbreak, conducting biological analyses and investigating various leads. The challenge they face is considerable, given that the children did not appear to have eaten together, and their families sourced food from a variety of places. This puzzle has led them to consider whether contaminated meat could be the culprit behind the outbreak. As news of the outbreak spread, several butchers in Saint-Quentin were closed temporarily, with their products taken away for thorough examination. The community is on high alert, with parents advised to practice strict hygiene at home, regular hand washing, ensuring fruits and vegetables are washed, cooking meat thoroughly, and keeping raw and cooked food separate. This story from northern France serves as a poignant reminder of the interconnectedness of our lives and the importance of vigilance in our daily routines. It's a testament to the resilience of communities that come together in times of crisis and the dedication of health professionals who work tirelessly to protect us. As we close this chapter of Charles Travels, I want to leave you with a sense of appreciation for the simple things in life, the beauty of a small town like Saint-Quentin, the strength found in community, and the reminder to always cherish every moment we have with our loved ones. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on traveling. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on traveling.